Hey everybody, it's Sunday at singing time again. As you know, Miss Emily has not been feeling very well. So right now I have had to decide to do it myself. I hope you can handle it. That's the hard part. So today is missionaries. We're talking about missionaries, and we're going to be singing I Want to Be a Missionary Now. If you have your book, it's page 169. All right, you ready for this? Sounds good. I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored, tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Then I can be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I'll live each day the best that I know how, and they'll see I have a testimony of my own, a testimony of my very own. I love that song. Isn't it fun? You know, one thing that I love a lot about Miss Emily, and she'll probably hate me for telling this, but you know what? Bishop Riddle pulled me aside one day and he said, you know what, Brother Provost, Sister Emily is the best missionary I have ever seen. I'm like, you know what, that doesn't surprise me at all. He said, you know what, she is just natural, she just does it. And that's something that I've noticed and I've admired and I've learned a lot about from my wife, is that it's easy to be a missionary. All you have to do is talk about who you are and what you do. And when somebody says, what did you do over the weekend? You say, I went to church, and maybe tell them one of the things you learned at church. So it's really easy to do, and I've done that a lot myself. One story that I like about Miss Emily. One day we went to Goodwill to buy something, and we were looking around, and I'm like, hey, look, there's a Book of Mormon on the shelf. And I went on and I started looking at some more books. And so I had my books, and we were taking them over to the cash register, and Sister Provost ran back and grabbed that Book of Mormon. And so we put our books up there and we were buying them. And Sister Emily asked the cashier, she said, do you know what the best book in the world is? And the cashier said, no, what? She said, this one right here. And she showed her the Book of Mormon. She said, have you ever read it? The lady said, no, I haven't. And so we paid for our stuff, and Sister Provost said, I want you to have this one. You should read this. I thought, why didn't I think of that? How hard was that to do? We bought a book for $1. We handed it to a lady, asked her if she read it. We said it was the best book in the world. And why wouldn't you want to read the best book in the world? That's just the way Miss Emily rolls. So I love her for that, as well as many other things. Okay, are you ready for our fun song? This one gets me tired out. And I'll tell you what, sometimes after a long day's work or something, you just, you feel like you can even move your muscles. Well, we're going to sing Hinges. I know you guys like this one, so get all limbered up, ready to go, all wobbly. Remember, I'm all made of hinges because everything bends from the top of my head way down to my ends. I'm hinges in front, and I'm hinges in back. And I have to be hinges or else I crack. And that's the way I feel a lot of times. Okay, ready? I'm going to go turn on the music. I'm all made of hinges because everything bends from the top of my neck way down to my ends. I'm hinges in front and I'm hinges in back, but I have to be hinges or else I would crack. That's a fun one. I love that. Good to be active. I hope you guys had a great Sabbath day. I hope that you and your family are well. And I hope that you guys will continue to do the best you can to be missionaries and share our church with other people. I love you guys. Bye-bye.